One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistles reporting pace his way. A legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Let's get it in this morning. Shout out to all of you legends, man. Thank you guys to the special Breakfast Club, man. Big round of applause to each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. It means the absolute world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you legendary people in here. We got an interesting one. Melania Trump full interview before and after the White House. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I'm a bit of a contrarian. I think you guys know this about me. And a lot of the times why you guys don't necessarily see a whole bunch of Republican, like, I guess, news and conservative news and stuff like that from me directly is because the point of me doing that, I would just be sitting here agreeing with it a lot of the times. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be like, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, I actually like getting into the sauce of it. I think you guys know that. But here's the thing. Here's how I compensated for this episode is that we have the full interview of Melania Trump and I have not watched not a second of it. I did that on purpose just to be able to have that actual reaction in that very real live time reaction. You know what I mean? So anyways, before we get into it, man, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming in, hanging out with us, but also for hitting that like button. It is the #1 metric of all of YouTube. It's very appreciated. Also, if you guys can make sure you guys are subscribed down below, it means the absolute world. It goes so far, man. Also, make sure that you guys follow me on my Instagram at BallValveTV. That's where I post everything behind the scenes and for the show. Not only for the show, but, you know, my own actual life. You know, I post a whole bunch of great stuff over there because, man, I do some interesting shit. Just speaking facts.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
But nonetheless, if you guys would like to help out the show, you know, we have channel memberships to become Breakfast Club members. I made it as cheap as possible, $2.99 a month. And we also make sure that we compensate for that, you guys. You know, we have Saturday morning streams, members only, you know, for you guys. But also, if you guys would like a shout out, man, we have these scrolling down below, and each and every one of those will be shouted out. That's without having, you know, YouTube take a 30% cut of your shit. You know what I mean? So that being said, good morning, good afternoon. I see you guys. You guys are absolute awesome. It's always great to see you guys. We got Big Joe up in the building. We got Hardwire as well as Road Rage. Man, Barbie, good morning. Brother SNS. We got Brother Code. Damn, it is always legendary to see all of you guys. Brother Gary, man, all of you guys, man, thank you guys so much for being here. We got Brother Straight Jacket up in the building. Appreciate you as well. And let me make sure. Oh, dude, we got the man, the myth, the legend over here, Straight Jacket, sending in dollar dues over to the Cash App, man. I very much appreciate that. Brother Danny, how are you doing, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. And we have Brother Papa as well. Where is he at? I don't see his comment though. I see you guys, you know, talking to him, but I don't see his comment. That's crazy. Thanks, Larry. It was a good show. Oh yeah, we had a great conversation yesterday. Hardwire. I don't know if you guys know, but Hardwire did his show. He does his show Sundays, 2 p.m. EST every Sunday, and I was on there yesterday and we had a great conversation. It was a very, very good conversation. I hope that all of you guys would go over there and check it out. We got Brother Dwayne as well in here. Appreciate you. Smash that like. Brother Code says that's right. That's right. All right. So Tiffany says I actually caught about 5 minutes of her interview yesterday. Wow. So we're gonna. It sounds like that a lot of us have not, seen it, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? I enjoyed Hardwire Mike. It was a great show. I love to hear that. I love to hear that shit, man. It's one of the biggest compliments for damn sure. Brother Straight Jacket already knows the deal. Brother Hook Dog as well. Good morning. Good to see you. Let me make sure I get this up so I can make sure I can monitor all the Cash App stuff and Venmo and PayPal. Good morning, Beezer. Good to see you, man. All right, so let's go ahead and review this footage, man. We have not seen it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. This was reported off of Fox News yesterday, hosted by Ainsley. Is that her name? Earnhardt. So this is Hassan. It's off of Hassan Asnar. I don't know, but he posted this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that like. You guys, you know what I mean? See, YouTube, I'm doing this shit right. Because everyone's liking my shit. It's a trickle down effect, right? I very much appreciate it. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is, she shares her full life. This is on as of September 29th, 2024. And let's go ahead and review this.
Melania Trump sharing her truth. For the first time in 2 years, the former First Lady opens up about life before, during, and after the White House.
Yeah, that's crazy. Don't tell me it's muted. For real? Oh, my God. Okay.
Like
they muted in the very beginning because the music or
my
something.
Story.
Okay, good.
Why did you want to tell your story in this book? I believe that it was the time that I tell my story and the truth. It is a lot of misinformation and falsehoods.
It is a lot of
about
misinformation.
Me, and I want to put the record straight, and people can learn some
we got our coffee.
Things that they were never discussed. And I hope they enjoy the book. Let's begin with your life growing up in Slovenia, how you became a model, how you ended up in America, becoming a citizen. Well, I grew up in Slovenia, in a small town, and I started in fashion modeling industry because of my mother. She introduced me to it. She was a fashion designer.
You guys are so funny.
And constructor. And that's how I started when I was 6 years old. It's explained in the book, and it's from the beginning till I came to New York. Also in between was modeling career in Milan and Paris, and around traveling around Europe. So very exciting life.
You know what I really like about her, honestly, is when she speaks super light. You know what I mean? It's not real aggressive, you would think that, especially being in the spotlight nonstop, it kind of hardens you up a little bit. It's really, really cool to see that she's still super feminine like that. That's awesome.
Glamorous.
Super lighthearted.
But it's hard work. It is a hard work. And you're always alone, and you're traveling to the cities where you work, and you wake up very early in the morning. You come back home very late at night.
Most people were not prepared for the storm, man.
As a young girl, or just, young woman, you experience a lot of different things, and you grow up very fast. Yes. What was that like for your parents?
7?
To say, Mom and Dad, I'm moving to Milan, I'm moving to Paris, now I'm going to move to America. They're very supportive. They were very supportive every time they came to visit me. And I'm glad I had them in my corner because I paused.
Wait, there's another big ass storm coming through, Dwayne. Are you guys hearing this? It's crazy because I just looked at the weather and all that. I didn't see that there was another one, like, at least coming in with a week from what I saw. But shit happens overnight. you know? So let me know what's going on with that, you know, if you guys can look into that.
My studies. So I moved to Milan.
Oh my God.
I feel like if I would never do that, I would never be here. So now that I turn back, I feel
wow,
like
hold on real quick. We got Brother Code sending $5 over to the Cash App, man. Thank you so much. Man, that shit goes very far. Thank you guys for the amount of support and love and respect that you guys show. Also hitting that like button. I see you guys when you guys come in the Breakfast Club before the show's even started. I see you guys hitting that like button right away. It means the world, man. Thank you guys.
Incredible.
Brother Slim, good to see you, man.
Incredible decisions.
2 more
that
developing.
I made. You said in the book, you said sometimes in order to succeed, you must be willing to take risks. How did the risks early on as a model prepare you for life as the First Lady? I think nothing prepared me more.
Norwegian guy, good to see you, man.
First Lady in front.
Thank you for stopping by and hanging out over here. We have a great channel over here. We have a good time because of you guys, actually. But we report on biker news, world news, geopolitics. I'm a political analyst and satirist, both of them. And I love reviewing and going over politics. And I mean, not only U.S. politics, but world politics in general. You know what I mean? So, but yes, because we're an election year. It's kind of crazy. Obviously, politics are extremely crazy and volatile in the United States right now. Hence why we're covering a lot of it.
Of the world than the fashion industry. The fashion industry, it's glamorous, but it's at the same time very tough. And as everybody judges you, look at you a certain way.
Yeah, they do. Right.
So it can be mean world as well. So nothing prepared me more for this world than fashion. It gives you a thick skin.
Yeah, she was getting judged off of fashion. You know what I mean? So I mean, immediately that's straight judgment. You know, I mean, you're either a 10 or you know what I mean, or you say all of a sudden you're scoring a 2. There's going to be some crying in the back. You know. So yeah, I mean, you're kind of already prepared for the worst of it. And but I don't know if anything could really prepare you aside from maybe being a huge internet sensation or something like that. But even then, to be under the scrutiny that the president holds, I mean, that I don't think anything could actually prepare you for that. But yeah, I got to commend him.
So it was August 27th, 1996, and you had this modeling contract. You have 2 suitcases, a carry-on, and a passport. That is all you brought with you to America.
And my portfolio.
And your portfolio.
That was very important.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You need to find a job. So 10 years, and you hit the ground running. You didn't even go to your apartment. You immediately went to work.
Correct.
Tell us about that.
Well, when I arrived to New York City, I still remember it was Tuesday afternoon, early afternoon. I went directly from the airport to the agency. So I start right away. You sign the contract, they copy your portfolio.
Oh man, Neptune's Nest, man. I wish I was there, man. That's all. I was telling you, Hook Dog, in the direct messages. That was one of the places that I spent. I mean, endless time there in Cook's Corner. I spent like just endless amount of time. I love that shit. Some of the greatest. Just the ride itself, but then hanging out with everybody, having good food, good drinks with man, super awesome. Jealous.
So it was.
But I'm stoked for you too.
An exciting time. So 10 years later, after arriving here, you find yourself raising your right hand and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and becoming an American citizen. You had no idea at that moment you would go on to become the First Lady of the United States of America. What did that day, becoming a citizen, mean to you?
I was very proud. I went through the process.
That's right, Papa. Good thinking.
And that day was a big celebration. Was very, very proud.
So meeting Donald Trump, how did you meet him?
We met at a party, and you could read the whole chapter in the book.
Yes, you were at the Kit Kat Club, and there was that moment of connection. And then you refused to give him your number, and you asked for his number. and you went on a modeling shoot in the Caribbean. And while you're down there, you couldn't stop thinking about him. And so you came home and you called him. What happened?
No, Brother Glare, that was Hell's Kitchen. That's Hell's Kitchen over there, you know, kind of more in the IE, you know, yeah. Kind of. I mean, it's on the way towards the IE, yeah. But yeah, definitely not Cook's Corner. They
We
didn't burn down.
went to on the first date, if you could call it a date.
Because it was mixed with professionalism too,
Correct.
right?
And I completely understand now that I know him more.
Yes.
It was so him. And I liked in one way about it because I was the same, and I love the vision that he had and the connection that we had. So it was very special.
You get in the car and he drives you to Bedford, and outside of the city, an hour outside of the city, and he wanted to show you a business or some property that he had.
Mhm.
So he was combining business with taking
Romance.
you on a first date.
Yeah.
And it was very nice.
Business equals romance. Trust me. Oh, let me just go ahead and bring you over to one of my buildings. You know, I own this building. I own the company. You know, hey, listen, listen, I can't hate the dude. You got to use what you got to use, you know, to get a little whatever you want, you know. And listen, they're together now, so it worked out for her, and she was smart and stuck around.
Because we were two of us alone in the car for hour and a half, and it's no other noise, no other people.
No way,
Because
Lee.
at that time he
That's
was
crazy.
already known and a celebrity, so it
He
was
is
really
the ultimate
nice
mod.
to be just two of us.
Yes. Did you fall in love then?
It was a connection. It was a connection.
You said our chemistry was
He
undeniable.
was in love at
Our
first sight, though.
connection felt natural. In private, he revealed himself as a gentleman, displaying tenderness and thoughtfulness. Did he ever say to you in those early stages, or even in that first car ride, I'm going to be president one day?
No, we didn't discuss that
No.
time. Not.
Did he tell you
But
eventually?
soon-
Did you know?
Oh,
soon
yeah.
Later.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Trump is straight business, dude. It's money at the forefront. You know what I mean? Absolutely, you know that fucking happened. You get to reap all the benefits if you with me. That's I mean, I think that's the way it should be. I think that's the way it should be. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Super funny though.
Soon later.
So
Not that he would be the president, but he always was
Brother
involved
Shadow,
in
good to see you, man.
politics. He was very in tune what's going on in the world, and especially in this country.
6 years into the relationship, it's April of 2004, and he proposes to you.
Well, first of all, it was my birthday as well. And it was a Met Gala. So it was all in one. We were all ready at home.
That would be dope,
Both
straight.
of us in black ties. So he proposed.
You know, there's videos of me doing like in the streets of Skid Row and shit like that. And I did that with like Demon's Row, did a whole bunch of like really cool videos inside of like LA. A lot of people like where you really can't like get access to, I have access to, you know, and so we were able to do a lot of really, really cool videos out there.
That time.
Describe your wedding day. It was January 22nd, 2005. It was almost a year after you were engaged, and you got married at Bethesda by the Sea, beautiful church down in Palm Beach, and then the reception at Mar-a-Lago. What was that day like for you and your family and
Let's
your
do it.
mom?
It was an exciting day.
That's exactly
A
it.
busy
exactly
day.
it, Steve.
As every bride, you want to make sure everything goes smoothly. And it went. We had a good day.
I'm sure. There was a touching story in the book about the baptism candle. Your mom brought this over from Slovenia. It was the candle that was lit in the church when you were baptized. You lit it at your
I was in
wedding.
Temecula
and then
for a long
you
time.
lit it again when Barron was baptized. And you still have it, I assume.
I still have it. Interesting. I was baptized on Donald's birthday,
Really?
June 14.
Wow.
The dates connects.
Yes.
So my mother, she thought about it and she brought it here.
It's a
to the
mission I
United
want to do
States.
too.
And you say
Right
in
there.
the book about becoming a mother, you said, I stepped back from public life, no longer wanted
And
the
the money.
glamorous photo shoots and the jet-setting lifestyle, and my career took a back seat. Was that a hard change for you?
It was not,
No. Why?
because I had a different purpose in life.
Best day of your life when they put the baby in your arms?
Something changes.
Yes.
Yeah, something changes.
There's a picture in the book, and you're working at the desk, and you have Barron in one of those small little motorized
That's awesome.
cars.
That's a great
Books,
picture.
his books, his children's books are all over the floor.
That's a
You
great
have your
picture.
papers all over the desk.
Look at that.
And I looked at that picture and I said, this is a working mom's life. We can
Damn,
all
look
relate.
how good she looks right there. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
She looking fine as hell right there. Sorry. I really shouldn't say that about the first lady, but she do. I'm sorry. Just
to this.
I can't
Everything's
cap.
chaotic, everything's
Damn.
hectic, but it's so much fun. And everyone tells us to enjoy those moments because they're fleeting and your kids grow up and it just flies by. When you look at that picture, what was happening in that moment?
When I see it, that was the time that I did QVC collection, my jewelry.
Which
and
sold out in
timepieces.
45 minutes.
It did, yes, was very successful. So I was doing all at the same time, working, playing with Baron. He has his own time with, his car and his books, and we talking. So I think it's very important that we show our children that we are working too, to give them an example how life is. That they see us, that we are productive, that we have
just in right now. I'm super sorry. It's hard for me to keep up sometimes on the phone thing because that's the only way I can get the notifications. Hardwire, thank you for the 10 spot over on the Cash App, dude. Thank you. Shout out to you, man. Thank you sincerely for doing that. You know what I mean? That shit adds up very, very quick. Thank you, kind sir. I very much appreciate that.
Ideas comes to life. And that's how I was showing to Baron.
And did you and Donald Trump, did you ever talk about having more children? Did you want a larger family?
I was always perfectly fine with one. And Donald was encouraging to have more.
No, it's not an actual job within the government. No, it's just I would say a status. That's about it.
And I said,
good question, though.
I'm completely fine with one because it's very busy life. And I know how busy he is. And I'm in charge of everything. So that's
Beezer knows the deal. What up, Warland? Good to see you, man.
Just perfect.
So Donald was on Brian Kilmeade's show last weekend.
I appreciate you, Doug.
Brian was asking him about your relationship, and he said, Brian, she really, really does love me.
I do believe she loves her husband. That's probably the biggest surprise to a lot of people, come to think of it, but she loves her husband.
So what do you love most about your husband?
That's no quitting. No quitting. That's no joke, by the way, Brother Hook Dog. He says chicks always want to be with you when you're making bank and have it all. Yeah, they don't want to hop on a train that's not moving. I promise that. They're going to hop on a train that is already moving. It's just the way it is. Then you lose it all with an accident and they quit on you. Great looking women are not worth your time. Bounce girls. Sheesh. Very, listen, I can't even be mad at it because I think it's just natural. I think it's a natural thing that happens within women. If the train has stopped moving, dude, they're hopping the fuck off and they're hopping on something else that is moving. That's just the way it goes.
Humor, his personality, his kindness.
It's happened to me. You know what I mean?
He's very special. His positivity, his energy, it's unbelievable.
Good to see you, Bob.
So
good morning, kind sir.
Beautiful relationship.
We see these clips of Donald Trump giving a lady at the cash register $100 to pay for her groceries. The little boy with a rare disease, he invites him to the rally in New York, and the little boy cries when he receives a letter on his birthday from Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump calls all the service members, their family members, when they lose their lives. These are stories that a lot of people, you're not going to see this on other networks. Is that the man he is?
That's the man he is. Yes.
One word to describe him. What would that be? One or two words?
Caring, especially for this country.
And what do the two of you like to do for fun?
It's a good answer.
If you're not working.
To have dinner, sometimes quiet dinner or dinner with friends, and listen to the music.
Pablo, I gotta agree.
All kind of different musics.
I hear he likes to be the DJ.
He likes to be the DJ.
I'm always
and
DJ. Come on,
it's
man.
very fun night when he does that.
When you married Donald Trump, he already had 4 children, and you talk about that in the book. And it would seem so fun
That's
to have
awesome, Orlin.
just so
Good
much
answer.
life and children around you. You said, I gave everyone their own space, grounded in love and respect. You didn't always agree, but acknowledged differing viewpoints. So what advice do you have for blended families?
To take individual as they are. You cannot control anyone. You could control only your own behavior, your own
Well,
words.
Martin, good to see you, man.
Everybody's
Good morning.
in control of own self. I'm not in control of my husband. I'm not in control of his children. I'm not even in control of my child. He's his own person. And we all have yes and no's, and we are all individuals. Once you lead your life with respect.
Good morning, Carney. Good to see you, man.
And love, that's all what it matters.
Melania recounts.
I think he's had a few wives, actually. But I don't know the actual, like, the time frame of all that. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. But I'm sure that he had some women in his life at bare minimum, for sure.
The moments she learned about the attempted assassination on her husband's life.
When you see him on the floor and you don't know what really happened.
How did you feel about Donald Trump running again?
I support him. I know how passionate
Great answer.
he is.
First thing out of her fucking mouth is, I support him. Shit. Ladies, take notes. Support. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the best answer you can give.
Great again.
We saw you backstage at the RNC. Do you want to talk about why you decided not to come out on stage and give a speech like you did in 2016?
It was my decision. I think was just the time. I think was the right time. In days before, I wrote a beautiful letter to America.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And I think in one way that letter was my speech.
The raid on Mar-a-Lago, the house manager texts you and says the FBI is outside the house.
I agree with you, Papa. Personally, when it comes to politics or anything, like if she were to say anything about actual politics, policies, all that shit, I wouldn't take it serious. I mean, that's just being honest. Is it interesting though, what she's going to be, or what, she's being interviewed? The first lady, that's probably the most famous lady, currently, at least when it comes to a marriage or a couple together. Right. So, yeah, I'd imagine that. Like your style, Mike. I feel the positive vibe, man. Hey, Norwegian, man.
Oh, shit.
I very much appreciate that. That kind of shit right there is it's a huge compliment to me. So thank you.
They had access to my bedroom, closets, office, and rummaged through my personal items.
Thanks for hitting the subscribe button, guys, and the like button.
Barron's room, you say. So how invasive was that? Did it make you angry? How did you feel?
Yeah, it made me angry. Yes, invasion of privacy, and the way it was done. I was really surprised.
And you told your house manager, just leave it. Don't touch anything. Don't put it back. You wanted to see it for your own eyes. With your own eyes, what did it look like when you walked back in your house that had been raided?
I saw unpleasant stuff that nobody wants to see it. And you get angry because, nobody should be putting up with that kind of stuff. Some person, I don't even know who or how many people, they went through my stuff.
So the assassination attempts, the first one is in Butler, Pennsylvania. And you write about watching the assassination attempt on TV. And you started working and you were distracted, so you pushed pause. I think your chief of staff maybe called you and said, he's okay.
That's so funny,
but there's been a shooting. What happened next?
I ran to the TV and I rewinded and I watched it. I was only a few minutes behind.
Take a look at what happened.
Ooh, the shot. Secret Service.
Something, I guess, look over me. So I didn't really see live, but maybe, 3 minutes, few minutes later. But when I saw it, it was only, nobody really knew yet,
Right.
because when you see him on the floor and you don't know what really happened.
So you called him and he didn't answer his phone, and you called Secret Service. And what did they say?
First, the Secret Service was not available too, because they were with him, right? And then after that, I got the Secret Service on the phone, and they said that he's okay. We are on the way to the hospital. He will be okay.
Hey, I feel that,
were you
Werlin.
able to talk to
I
him on
feel
the phone
that.
Yes, I
eventually?
did. I did.
Good morning,
And
kind
then
sir.
your son rushes into the room,
Yes.
and he had been told, your son is in college, I understand, but he's still your child. This is his father. How difficult was that?
Yeah, I wonder if they actually showed the video like in the studio right there while they're doing the interview. I wonder if they were like showing that to Melania, while they were actually doing this in real time. Because that would be kind of fucked up. Like, hey, let me just show you your husband on television that you've seen go viral around the entire world. Dude almost died, but here, let me show you this clip again.
To have that conversation
Very
with him.
difficult. Very difficult. He was outside.
Mega
playing
love, Brother
sport,
Lee. I appreciate you always, man.
and,
Thank you for your love and
he
support.
rushed in, and was very, very difficult.
And then a few weeks later, there's another attempt on your husband's life at your
Right.
golf course. Where were you?
One of
and what was
three.
your reaction to this attempt?
I was in New York City, actually, and I saw it on the television. And as soon as I saw it on television, I called again, and he was okay, because Secret Service were great. The guys that they were with him, they were fantastic. And I think both of the events, they were really miracles. If you really think about it, the July 13 was a miracle, like that much, and he could,
Not even shit. She went like this, that much shit. Even if it was gonna be that much, he would have been dead. We're talking like a fucking centimeter type shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
he could not be with us.
She's
And he
right.
normally doesn't call for that one screen. He waits
Correct.
till the end of the
Correct.
speech. So
It's crazy
just
how nobody
looking at that
actually
screen
cares.
allowed him
You know
to
what I
turn
mean?
his head.
Yeah.
And he said it was providential. Does this make you believe in it more, in a higher power? How has that been for you?
I think something was watching over him.
Mhm.
I think he's.
Good question.
It's almost like country really needs
We got our
him.
coffee though, guys.
That maybe God's sparing his life.
Yes, yes.
How nice does that look right there?
And then we were told this week,
So rad.
and we were
I
told
love
that
this thing.
authorities have already known this for a while, that there was an Iranian plot to kill your husband. So I watched this video that you released on social media questioning the first assassination attempt.
I can't help but wonder, why didn't law enforcement officials arrest the shooter before the speech?
For the second one, if they knew that there was this plot, why didn't they sweep the golf course?
It's interesting how quiet and everything became. All of the mainstream media.
Yeah, no kidding, Steve.
There were a few days of reporting about July 13 event, and everything then became quiet. So I had a lot of questions. What's going on? This is not normal. And is it really shocking that all this egregious violence
No, I agree with that, Papa.
goes against my husband?
But it doesn't mean that you can't be loving and supporting of your husband. And also, I can see where you can be a charm or a hope or, a good look for the American people. Like you could, instead of just dealing with politics all the time, like you could address people because you love them, and then that would bring a lot of like good feeling, around if that was like a common thing,
Especially that we hear the leaders from the opposition party and
creating hope is what you would
media
want.
branding him as threat to democracy, calling him vile names. They only fueling a toxic atmosphere and giving power all of these people that they want to do harm to him. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. The country needs to unite. And I encourage everybody to read my letter that I wrote on July 14 again, because that cannot continue.
Letter was very
She's
powerful.
right.
What made
It
you
shouldn't
get
be
to the point of
continuing.
writing that letter?
But it is.
That's how I felt.
That was what
That's
the
how
first, the second attempt. Now, there's still three. There's three whole ordeals regarding the assassination attempts. Like, that shit is fucking crazy, isn't it? Like, to me, that shit's
I
wild.
felt.
How do you feel when people say they don't like him? What do you wish they knew about him?
That he is really a family man. He loves his family. He loves this country. And all he wants to build better and prosperous.
Yeah, he's just strong. He's not afraid to
No, he's not
talk
strong.
about the way
You
it
could
really
see
is.
the way he was when he was shot, that in the ear, that the way he stood up and
That's hilarious.
he said, fight, 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 because we cannot allow that to happen.
What was your
Oh,
reaction?
absolutely, she did. Black Dragon. Absolutely. See, the difference between me and you, or let's just say my side versus your side, I just don't deny it. Go, yeah, that absolutely did happen. But I'm not also trying to make her a president of the United States. You understand?
To Kamala Harris
Sorry.
replacing Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee?
Well, how I see it is the records speaks for itself. The country is suffering. People are not able to buy usual necessities for the families. We have wars going on around the world. Soldiers are dying. They were dying under this administration because of weak leadership. The border is open and dangerous. A lot of fentanyl is coming.
That's right. That's right, Brother Code. He knows. He knows the deal. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. That's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Also, remember, every donation is shouted out onto the live stream, man. So I very much appreciate you guys. Much love, honor, respect. Everybody appreciate it.
Our youth, it's very hard to see. And an economy, it's really not great. Inflation is high.
Hey, Black Dragon.
And if we compare these 4 years under this administration compared to 4 years under my husband as commander-in-chief, he was leading the country through peace, through strength. And the border was safer than ever before.
Hey, I'm going to answer this. So Black Dragon says, oh, yeah? Who would you rather have for president, her or Kamala? No, I don't believe in any matriarchy. You know what I mean? I'm a full supporter of the patriarchy. I don't think that either of them should be the fucking president. Just saying. You know what I mean?
We didn't have any wars. People were prospering. They had jobs. They could support their families. So I think American people need to decide what they really want. Maybe some, strong tweets.
What's up, Martin?
Everything else great for this country. So it's all in the American people's hands on November 5th.
Becoming First Lady. You wrote in the book when you found out
Brother Black Dragon.
You were watching Fox News.
If you don't call for it, it's not
right here in Trump Tower. And you write, I vividly recall Brett Baer's announcement.
Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
And he looked at you and he said, can you believe it? And you said, yes, I can. Your life immediately changed. When did it hit you? I am the First Lady of the United States.
What's up, Joseph? Good to see you, kind sir.
It hits you,
it's always great to see you, man.
You know that you have extra
Big Joe, is this something new? Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Come on. I think we all know.
You walked out at the
The deal.
inauguration. It was stunning. And Donald Trump brought the Bible that his mother had given him as a child and the Lincoln Bible that Lincoln used at his inauguration. And your husband was sworn in.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
You talked about having special bonds with first ladies, with the wives of prime ministers. Who really did you, when you were just there with them and you had to sit at the dinner table and talk, I'm sure some were just incredibly fun. You really bonded with a few of them. Anyone come to mind?
It's interesting because when you meet many times.
No. It's never that you've ever said, like, hey, I'm going to vote and do this. No, you can just tell by when people's nomenclatures and what they support, the policies they support, and what they fight for. That's how you can tell. You know what I mean? Just saying.
You establish
There's nothing wrong with it. Just saying.
So with Mrs. Macron, Brigitte Macron.
She seems fun.
She's fun.
Yeah.
We always had a great laugh.
That's true, Papa. Absolutely.
And with Aki, Mrs. Abe, and I'm so sorry what happened to him. So it was very special relationships with each of them.
What was it like to meet Queen Elizabeth? Was it just incredible?
I bet you
it was incredible.
I bet you that would be someone cool to meet, in person, as before she died was Queen Elizabeth. I bet you that was dope. I bet you that was super dope, to be
She
honest.
was very warm lady. And I describe in the book when we had a tea with her. And it was a very special moment, actually.
Meeting the Pope. This was very special to you because you grew up as a Catholic.
It was a special meeting, very special, a special man, and incredible, incredible visit in his Holy Highness office, as later in the Bambino Gesù Hospital.
Yes,
very touching.
That story was incredible too, because there's a child who's 8 years old.
Yes.
And he needs a heart transplant.
Can't help it.
You prayed over
Can't
him.
help it.
You prayed for him.
Yes.
And your prayers were answered when you were on the plane heading to another country.
What's up, Papa? Good to see you,
he
kind sir.
received a heart.
Good morning.
He received the heart. We got the phone call that we have great news. He will have a donor for his heart. And it was a very joyful moment.
You've also traveled to visit our soldiers. You did that at Christmas time. You left your family. It was in the dead of night, and you fly over to Iraq to bless the troops. What was that like for you? And what about the reaction from the troops?
It was a very secretive meeting. And when we arrived that night,
Black Dragon, we know you like baby oil. We know.
The soldiers.
We know.
We walked in and
Slipping and
everybody
sliding.
started cheering that they see us. Like, what a big surprise.
They were not expecting that. were
Not
they?
at all.
Melania answers your viewer questions next.
Dope.
Melania, this is a
I wanna hear
question
some-
from Jill
this is
in
gonna be
North
probably
Carolina.
the best.
What surprised you most about living in the White House, and which room is your favorite?
What surprised me the most?
That's true, Big Joe.
I think what
Very
surprised
true.
me the most is when I arrived to the White House and how was not
No, I don't buy any of it.
some of the spaces and the rooms, they were not to expectations of the White House. Just for example, the Rose Garden was not renovated for decades. So when I was asked to do it, it was my honor. And we did a beautiful job and everybody loves it.
Yes. And I read, I don't think I knew this, maybe I did, but the Rose Garden, the architect was Olmsted, who, as you know, is responsible for Central Park. So it's like your little private Central Park.
It was a whole team behind it. It was not just me that I would say, I need this, I need this. I was like only me in charge. There were a whole team behind it, from historians to the architects, like a big team.
Yeah. And you talked about decorating the rooms to fit your family, and your first priority was Barron's room. I'm sure that was fun too.
Yes.
Okay, number 2. This is Mary from Florida.
Oh my God,
She said,
Joseph.
what would you have done differently as First Lady?
I think the team around you, it's very, very important. Very, very important. They need to have the same vision. They need to be in the White House for the right reasons, not for their own agendas. So that's the main
That
part.
is true, Black Dragon.
Because
It's
all
very
of
true.
the
What up,
rest,
Todd J?
I
Good to
had
see you, man.
a great success with my Be Best initiative. I traveled the world. I brought internationally Be Best, and
Sessa,
every
she very much
time
is.
I
She's very
introduced
elegant. I love it.
the other countries, the
Appreciate you,
other
Sessa,
first
for being
ladies,
here.
they were so enthusiastic, and they want to do something in their own countries as that as
Yes,
well.
sir.
This
I
is
told
from
everyone about it at the top of the show. But we're gonna be doing a show, guys. Ghost Eagle is gonna have me on his show tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. So look out for that. Brother SNS, please drop Ghost Eagle's YouTube link real quick. Specifically that one, so that people know where to go. Make sure you guys go subscribe to over to Brother Ghost Eagle, man. He's one of the most loving, supporting, caring guys in our community, man. And the best thing that we can do in return is to show him love and support, on his platform. So go over there and subscribe for damn sure. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna have some drinks and stuff, man. It's
Sasha,
gonna be a
she
good
lives
time.
in Georgia, and she says, what is your favorite place that you visited while being First Lady?
favorite places. There were many places because each country you went, it was always a warm welcome, and traditions and cultures that you learn. It's beautiful to have a knowledge about that. But one of the special moments stayed with me when I went to visit service members. It was on the aircraft carrier, middle of the ocean, visiting sailors, or when I visited wounded soldiers in the Walter Reed, or when I flew to Iraq to visit and surprise soldiers.
I don't know if I'd even want to go to
Christmas
Iraq
night.
like that.
And those
I ain't got no
moments
business
will
there.
always stay with me. And I often think about all of these people that I met. They still stay with you all the time, or the children in.
The hell we seeing knitting for now? Oh, it's just the end. All right, whatever. Probably some last end up clip that they just chopped up wrong or something, whatever. But nonetheless, here's the thing is some people said it in the chat, and that was kind of going to be something that I was going to say is I don't necessarily super care about what the first lady of any president really has to say, to be honest. It can be heartwarming to the country, and people like get more of a positive message during some hard times. That's where I think that she could be, first ladies can be soft for the country and loving and stuff like that. Opinion stuff like politics and all that, like I just wouldn't, whatever they would have to say politically or what's going on around the world, just I really could do without an opinion about it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was a good interview though. That was a good and clean, interview. She got to explain a little bit about her life, before, after, during the White House. And I think that's pretty dope that she was willing to do it, because she really doesn't have to do shit. She's not forced to do anything like that. So it's nice of her to actually go out there and be outgoing like that and doing it. I did not know that either. I'm going to be honest, that Melania was a millionaire before she met Donald Trump, which is pretty fucking crazy. Brother Steve, absolutely. I'm just going to say that. How about that? Motherfucking facts. Heading into class, y'all have a good day. BV. Hey, Danny, brother Danny, I appreciate you always for being in here and showing love and support like you do, man. And all that goes to all of you guys. I'm going to give it up to all of you guys, because you guys make this show. I'm just here. I know I'm on this side of the camera, but you guys are like the other 50% of the show. You guys make this show. I couldn't be doing it without you. So like, you guys got to remember, like, I really, really, really fucking appreciate you guys, all of you. Absolutely. We all love BD, man. It's always love and respect, man. Very first class and well-spoken women. Yep, I agree. The Democrat Party is no longer the party of the working class. Well, right. I mean, that's what they were all about originally, right? Was the working class, the for the working man. They were for the working man, and it's like almost like they're the exact opposite now. It's very strange to watch. And absolutely, we also said this earlier, but absolutely prayers out to everybody that is affected. They're saying that it is about $100 billion worth of damages that happened, to North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida. For the whole thing, it's like $100 billion. And I think Katrina was 1 point something billion, 1.6, 1.7 billion. And that was mega. You know what I mean? And now we're looking at $100 billion. Oh my fucking God. Damn, Israel is sending ground troops into Lebanon. Oh my God, dude. I was watching some of the shit going on within the last couple of days, and it's fucking hectic watching that shit, So yeah, prayers are out, man, for everybody around the world at this point. I mean, it seems like everyone's going down, Let's see here. Teach them politics while not teaching them how to critically think, especially when they're young. Only academics would think that isn't indoctrination. Oh, I'm sure you guys. Oh, I see. You guys are in your guys' conversation between you and Bob. I see. My bad. I didn't mean to butt into your guys' conversation. My bad. Damn. Is Israel invading Lebanon again? The first time they had to leave because they lost so many damn troops. History keeps repeating itself. Yeah, it's kind of we're in a very, very gnarly state right now. Like, meaning in a time frame, we live in the most like chaos I've ever seen globally. And I definitely think that social media has a big thing to do with how crazy it may seem sometimes, because it definitely gets thrown out there and highlighted, and and it's kind of in your face. I mean, I'm doing it right now to you guys, so I understand. Don't lie, Mike, you are the man. No, you are the man, kind sir. Absolutely. This time they plan, it's going to be a giant shit show for the whole world. Oh my God, dude. It's up right now. Yeah, it's wild, but I'm 100% disabled from the VA, and the wife got a good job, so I took this job. Wait, you took an other, or you talking about YouTube? What are you talking about? I missed it. My bad. Our teen was listening to the politics BS at school and ended it all by asking her teacher, what kind of BS are you spouting? Dude, that's awesome that she actually stood up to that shit, because a lot of the times they do get indoctrinized. They totally get brainwashed at these schools, man. Like Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Unless he is a great brother, then you join him instead. That's absolutely right, bro. Absolutely motherfucking facts. That's how I truly look at, content creation, YouTubers, creators, all of you guys. It's just, I think of it as like a genuine like family unit, that we're special in that regard. Let's see. You guys are going back and forth over there. Much love, honor, respect to all of you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys for supporting the show, man. It really means the absolute world. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. You guys already know what the deal is. Hitting that like button is the number one metric of all of YouTube, man. And it really will push out the show way further than what people think it does. Like, and you guys, and it's free. You know what I mean? So, you're not going to lose out on nothing. Many of my family members are homeschooled. They have some kind of community of the kids. They do get together. That's good. That's good. If you're going to have homeschooled children, to have them, of course, staying social, stay at home dad, YouTuber, YouTube video uploader. I love that straight jacket. Yeah, no, I get that. And I love and respect it. What up, Gunpowder Nitro? I'm going to buy a night generator and water purification system. That's awesome. And I think that everybody should do that. I think you guys all should be fucking getting ready regardless. I think that having supplies and shit, that's what you guys need. and obvious resources. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Hell yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate you guys, man. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time on tonight's show at Ghost Eagles, man. Go subscribe over there. I very much appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the show and having a good time with us over here, man. It just means the absolute world. We will see you guys tonight, and it's gonna be a good time. 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST. So we will see you guys then. Much love. We'll see you guys. Be safe out there.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on 2 wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit.